Hello everybody, this is the second video uh, of teaching you how to use Python in your computers. And in this video I will talk about the basic syntax in Python, which are print, comments, input, and so on. So in the last video we learned how to install Python to our computers, and we made the program ready to use. So we are now ready to learn the basic syntax. It's important to know that this basic syntax is the introduction to Python coding and programming language. And if you want to achieve more complex things, firstly you need to understand these simple things like the print, comments, and all the other basic stuff. So syntax is basically the grammar of the rules of a programming language. Just like English, Python has rules of how we form sentences, and Python has this as well, like English, of how we write code. So to begin, we need to first create a file. By pressing this, you need to you can name the file as hello.py, which stands for Python, and then you can save it in your desktop. I will do so, and yes, and this is the screen you need to see after doing these steps. So the first basic syntax we will learn about is the print function. The first and most important function in Python is print. This function displays information on the screen. For example, the most basic and the cliche sentence is the print hello world. And if we run this code, we can see that hello world is appeared on our screen. So when you run this, the computer will display the text inside the quotation marks, which is hello world. If you forget the quotation marks, Python will think it's a variable and give you an error. You can also print numbers, which I will show in a moment. So the important thing is not to forget these quotation marks. And if I write something else in the in between the quotation marks, the thing I will write will appear on the screen. For example, if I write Python and run it, yeah, I can see Python appear on my screen as well. So we can also print numbers. For example, if I write print and 5 inside the quotation mark and print, we can see 5. The Python is appeared to the first comment in the first line, and yeah, so we can see 5, the number I wrote inside the parentheses. And for example, if you want to do mathematical calculations, simple one as well, of course, for example 10 plus 3 and plus and run the code, we can see that 13 is appeared on our screen, which shows 10 plus 3, which is 13. And in the next part of the video, we will learn about the comments. So this is it for this second part of this video, the basic syntax in Python. So the next step we will going to learn is the comments. Comments are pieces of text in your code that the computer ignores. These comments are for humans, not machines. So in Python, you write a comment by starting the line with hashtag, which can be done like this. For example, if I write this program says hello and then write print hello, and run the code, we can see that only hello will appear in our screen. Not this program says hello because I write in hashtag. So the Python doesn't see that as a code and not make it appear on the screen. That's these pieces, these writings are just for humans to indicate what is showing what. So the computer will ignore the first line. Comments are super useful because they help you remember what your code does and they make your code easier for others to understand. So the next thing we will discuss and learn about is the variables. Variables are like boxes where you can store information. For example, if I write name equal to ns and age equal to 16, here by writing name equal to ns, the name stores text which we call a string, and age stores a number while equating now age to the number 16. You can use these variables in your program. However, we will talk about the string or any other types of variables in the next videos. For example, if I write print and my name is comma name and print I am comma age years old. And if we run this code, we see that my name is ns and I am 16 years old or 17 or 18, whatever you enter. I'm 18 years old, like this. And if we change similarly this writing to maybe Mustafa, like this, and run the code again, we can see that my name is Mustafa, I am 18 years old. So whatever you write next to the equal sign, the Python application will see that as the name and print the code you write accordingly. So in the next video we will talk about the input function. Now we will continue with the input function. The input function allows your program to ask the user for information rather than storing a specific thing in its memory. For example, if we write user name equal to input and in parentheses in between the quotation marks, what is your name, and print hello user name. And if we run the code, we can see that the computer asks to enter our name. Let's say ns, and it says hello ns. So whatever I write in this place, the computer is will answer accordingly to the name I wrote, right? So for example, if I wrote Mustafa in the same place before, it will tell me hello Mustafa, because I answered the what is your name question with the word Mustafa, with the name Mustafa. The next thing we will talk about is the data types. And in Python there are different types of data. The most common are strings, for example hello, and integers, which are like 10, 6, 5, and so on. And we have floats, and they are like 3.14, 5, 6.53, 52, let's say, and so on. But we will talk about these more detailedly in the next videos. In the next part of the video, this video, we will talk about the indentation. So indentation is the next basic syntax we will talk about. One special rule about Python is indentation. Indentation means spaces at the beginning of a line. Unlike many other coding languages, Python uses indentation to structure code. We'll see this more when we learn about loops and conditions, but for now, just remember that indentation is very important in Python. And I need to tell you that errors are very normal, and as you practice, you'll see error messages. Don't be scared of them. Errors are part of programming. Usually, they tell you exactly what went wrong. Maybe you forgot a parenthesis, or you typed a variable name incorrectly, or you forgot to write the quotation mark. Learning to read errors is a big part of becoming a programmer, and to use your time efficiently to solve the things you did wrong and your errors in the shortest time possible. For the next step, we can try to make a mini project by putting all the things we learned together. Let's make a short program that uses everything we learned. For example, I using comments to write hashtags to write comments. A small program that asks for your name and age. As I said before, Python won't recognize this as a code. It's just visible and meaningful to humans, to us. So name, let's say, is equal to input in parentheses what is your name, and we can identify the age variable. Input in parentheses again in between the quotation marks, how old are you? The next question we will ask the people to answer. So based on the answers, we will print a code, which is print hello with the name and print your age years old. So if you run this code, firstly the program will ask my name, which I will write NS. How old are you? It will ask my age. I will write 18, and it says you are 18 years old. Hello NS previously, of course. If we write different things instead of NS or different instead of 18, we'll see that different writings will appear on the screen. So this is all for the basic syntax. So in conclusion, to end the basic syntax introduction video of the Python, in this video we learned about Python's basic syntax, the print function, comments, variables, input, and data types. But we will, as I said before, we will explore more about the data types and its details in the later videos. We also talked about indentation and how errors are part of the process. you even build a small program that asks for your name and age. In the next videos, we'll move on to more exciting topics like conditions, loops, and functions, but everything will be based on the basics we covered here. So make sure you understand these ideas, practice them a little, and you will be ready for the next step. You can try to create more creative question and answer based on the input and print functions you learned in this video, and see you in the next video. Thank you.